Okay, so the main movement or the main skill work for this day or this workout is going to be the Turkish get-up. Now, if you're used to doing the Turkish get-up, by all means get into Turkish get-up. If you're not familiar with the Turkish get-up, we have another exercise called the reverse lunge to kneel. If you want to learn how to do the get-up while I'm not here, if you go on my Instagram at Team Sweat Life, on my Instagram TV, I did a full 2.5-minute tutorial on the get up. If you need some more sort of tutorial on the get up while you're doing it, go visit my Instagram channel. We have it on there into a full description of how to do it on video. But let's say you want to get into the reverse lunge to kneel. We're going to get into a couple options. The reverse lunge to kneel is this. You're going to pick a leg. Let's say it's my left leg. Awesome. So my left leg will be doing all the lunge work. So I'm going to take a reverse lunge, okay, into a kneel position. Then my left leg goes into a kneel position. This is a tall kneeling position. Then my left leg comes back up into a good position for your lunge, and then we drive back up. That's one. Complete all the reps on one side first before moving on to the next side. So do that one again. It's going to be reverse lunge so that my left leg does all the work. Kneel down with my left. Now my left carries me back up into a good position in that. Now, if you want to make this one a little bit more challenging, you can hold a weight on the opposite side. So let's say my left side is doing the work. My right hand is going to be holding the weight. You might want to rewind that if you're someone who doesn't remember that. So opposite leg, opposite arm, rewind it again. Cool, now we got it. So from here, chest up, you're gonna pull back that shoulder blade, abs are braced. You're gonna reverse lunge into a strong position, kneel down, back to your knee, and then back into your lunge. Let's say you wanna make it even more progressed. You can get into an overhead position, strong elbow. You're only doing this if you have the capacity to be right here. If your elbow's not locked out, switch it to this one, okay? If not, cool. Up here, so punch that entire shoulder complex up, brace, elbow strong, wrist is strong. We go into a reverse lunge, kneel, kneel, other side, okay? So now, little tips on that one. Don't rush your reverse lunge. Take your time in the sense where get into a good position, hips go straight down, knee tracks outward, we're gripping the floor, and then we're driving back up. What we don't want happening is too much of a reach, or too little of a reach where then we get kind of awkward. So take your time on the lunge, don't rush it, be cool. So we're going to 5 rounds of this little circuit. This is what we consider a strength circuit. So yes, it's gonna increase the heart rate, which is gonna work on your work capacity or cardio, but then we're also working on the strength component of our fitness. So take your time, be mindful of the movements, do not rush this. Pick weight that is challenging, but then also not to a point where it's gonna put you into a bad position. So no matter how fatigued you are, no matter how exhausted and tired and sore you are, always practice good positions. That's what's gonna keep you safe, it's gonna get you better results, and you're gonna have more fun doing it. So there's gonna be 3 movements, 5 rounds each. We go 10 reps of each movement. The first one's gonna be either a kettlebell swing or a kettlebell RDL. Now if you can't swing, get into the RDL, and we do this pretty much every single session that we're here. Chest is up, pull back those shoulder blades, hips go back. Now in the RDL, we're starting from the top down. So chest is up, pull back the shoulders, hips go back, 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 back. Good stretch to the hamstring. When the kettlebell gets about halfway down, come back up and squeeze the glutes. This is the RDL for 10 reps. Notice how the kettlebell is always staying in between my legs. It is not traveling forward. That's how we get hurt. If you are gonna swing, practice that RDL hinge position. But now we're snapping the bell up with the hips, and we're hiking it back into through our legs. So if you're gonna do that one, please pay attention to your form. Everything should be braced. Get that kettlebell right on its side, strong grip of the arm. It's gonna be a big breath into your stomach, and you're gonna hike the kettlebell as high as you can, not low. So this is what we want it to look like. It's gonna be up here, not down here. So I'll do that again. So big breath into the stomach, hike, snap, hike, snap versus this. This is not a swing, this just looks shitty, so don't be shitty. Once you go through that, so 10 reps of that, we're gonna get into 10 bent over row. So this one here can be done a couple ways. You can go TRX or ring row if it's easier. If you want to challenge yourself, we can get into a double kettlebell row. So kettlebell right in between your feet. I want a wide stance. The goal here is to hinge into your deadlift position. This time, knees are gonna bend a lot more, knees open up, chest is proud, back is flat. Now the dumbbells start and stop on the floor. So you get them in this V formation, grab up top, you're gonna pull back those shoulder blades, and you're gonna pull back down. Pull without changing the angle of your torso. If that's challenging, you can even go one arm, 10 on this side, and then 10 on the other side. Look, everything is nice and strong with my back. I'm not dumping in this position. So if that position's tough to get into, you can raise the kettlebells up on a plate, and that would bring you up off the ground, which is probably better for those that have tight hips. So play around with that. If not, get into TRX or ring row. Then, the last movement for that is gonna be, I forgot, let's read it again, is gonna be, kettlebell clean. So once you go through your 10 swings or RDLs, once you go through your 10 bent over rows, we're gonna go 10 cleans. Now, you can go a one arm kettlebell clean, or you can go into a double hand kettlebell clean. If you're gonna do the one arm clean, we're gonna go 5 each arm. So again, same position. You're gonna get the kettlebell right in between your feet. If I'm using my right arm, I'm gonna hold the left side of the handle, okay? So hips go back, chest should be shown to the wall, abs are braced. I'm gonna get into a good flat back position. I'm using my hips here. My hips generate all that force to carry the weight with the momentum up here, and then I catch into a strong position of the rack position, which is the clean position. So big breath in, tuck my elbow, and then snap. It's a quick snap of the wrist, so that way you can get it in this front rack position. This clean position is elbow tucked in, pull back the shoulder blade, and the bell kind of sits between your forearm and your bicep. What we don't want happening is this, because then it hurts. We don't want that. So tuck that elbow in completely from the get-go. Tuck and snap. If that's too difficult, you're gonna go 10 double hand clean. This one is gonna be just one kettlebell, 2 hands over top. Again, same position, chest up, pull back the shoulder blades, abs are braced. Use your hips to generate the power to bring it up. You're gonna release and catch. So you're here, release, catch, elbows tucked in, back down. Hop, release, catch, pull back the elbows. We don't want you dumping into bad positions, so always strong with that. Once you complete one round of that, give yourself 90 seconds of rest, grab a water, and we do 4 more rounds after that, so 5 rounds total of that circuit.